Look at it.
You didn't tell me you were pole dancing.
You didn't tell me you were pole dancing. She just called you out for basically getting on there and advocating your daughter being a stripper. Congratulations, you suck. Welcome back to the craziness that is Smothered. Oh my gosh, it's insane. But before we get into it, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications when new videos come out. Make sure you share as well. Let's get this video up in the algorithm. Also, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be looking at that weekly show. I am looking forward to that, and I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it. The one that is kind of interesting and fun to watch is Christine and Cathy, and that's because they're kind of the most normal. In reality, they spend maybe a little too much time together, but they have kind of a fun back and forth. The son-in-law gives it to the mother-in-law, so you gotta love it. But let's get right into it.
When you do die, I'm just going to decorate the room of every holiday. It's just going to be a mishmash of all the holidays.
Now remember, she's trying to have a funeral birthday party so people can celebrate the death that is not. So that's interesting to say the least. But even when she's doing that, she goes about it in the craziest possible way. This lady, you gotta love that she kind of looks like Gene Simmons too. But this lady, you gotta love her. You just gotta.
It's because that's what you like. But then it stuck with me.
So now that's what we're doing for her
And
birthday
that
party at
sounds
a funeral home.
fantastic.
Oh, I love the
Oh, look.
When people arrive,
Valentine's
they
Day,
will walk through
Easter,
each section
Christmas,
will be a different holiday. We
St.
added
Patrick's
some fun
Day.
games like hopscotch to heaven.
Oh my gosh. Hopscotch to heaven. And I mean, she was upset at first that her mom was doing this, and rightfully so, but you gotta kind of laugh about it. Hopscotch to heaven. Oh my gosh. So that's why I say it's like they're a little out there, if you will, but it's fun and they're kind of funny to watch. And it's like, I kind of would want to hang out with them. The other ones, not so much. But them, I think I could dig hanging out with them.
From decorating, I just grabbed something.
Oh, my ass.
I swear.
I should have showed up in all red suit like the devil for your party.
And that's the kind of relationship that they have. Because he's just giving it to her nonstop. And he's like, you doing this funeral party, I should have just been the devil, which would have been hilarious. And I'm kind of halfway surprised that he didn't, because that seems like the kind of thing he would do just to kind of troll his mother-in-law. Even though they have a great relationship, it's hilarious. But it wasn't without its emotion. And, you know, you got to respect it. You got to respect it. So she ends up talking about what this means to her and, you know, the things she didn't get to say to her dad because he passed away. Now, it kind of says a lot and why she's so close to her mom, and it kind of gives you some insight. I will say that.
You know, I lost my dad, and I never said things that I wanted to say to him.
And that would definitely cause a lot of hurt and pain and make you kind of maybe get closer with your other parent, for sure.
With my mom, I knew this was my chance to tell her. I didn't want to have those regrets.
And that's really understandable. When you have a parent, especially, you know, if you lose them young or anything like that, it always feels like there wasn't something. I'm assuming. I'm very fortunate that both of my parents are still with me. But if you lose any loved one, it doesn't have to be, you know, a parent. But having those regrets of like, what could I have said? What could have been different? You know, maybe it wasn't even on bad terms. Maybe it's not like you had a fight or anything, but, you know, you didn't say I love you one last time or something like that. That'd be very tough. And so you definitely would have those regrets. And then I could see how it could be kind of therapeutic for her to be able to do that in this situation, even though it's a little odd for a birthday party for sure, to be like, I got to say what I wanted to say, because most people don't get that luxury. So some people it's worse because they have an argument or a fight or something like that. And then if someone passes away, you don't get that time back. So it's very difficult. So I think that it ended up probably being a good thing. A little odd, a little odd to say the least, but it a good thing, a good thing. Moving on, Catherine and Gabrielle, one of the weirdest of them all, and mom just wants to be the daughter, Ultimately, Gabrielle and Catherine go to New York, and they're walking, trying to get into a New York Fashion Week or whatever. I don't know a damn thing about fashion. Important thing, I guess. Either way, it's weird that mom or Catherine is trying to go there and actually walk with her because she doesn't want to be apart from it. It's absolutely ridiculous. She needs to let this go and kind of separate. I understand the cameras. I understand the TV puts on all this stuff. Don't do the damn show because they're definitely going to make you look a certain way. I will say that. So you're on the show now. You look insane. But here we are. And it's just odd. And on top of that, it's like, yeah, at first they're like, oh, this could be good, mother and daughter. But Catherine just looks angry. I mean, just looks like she's trying too hard to get in there. And she just looks pissed off.
Serious. You have to look like you're mad.
More
Arms
than
tucked,
anything.
Cross the feet over.
You have to look mad. Like, okay, I only saw one person that looked like they were about to shoot lasers out of their eyes, and that was Catherine. And it looked like I'm trying too hard. I'm constipated. I don't know what the hell it looked like. Just let your daughter be your daughter. For the love of God, just let your daughter be herself. It's insane. Now, it looked like crazy on the next week when I guess the hits the fan because she doesn't want her to leave, obviously. And that's tough. That would be tough for a parent, for a child to leave. But at some point, you have to let your child become independent. They have to live their own life. And right now, that does not appear to be happening. We'll see how it plays out.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Calling the sister for
trying to figure
reinforcements.
Heard you were sick again.
Again, by the way.
Yeah, I've just been.
Now, keep in mind, she just opened a wellness studio or whatever, and now she's sick all the time because she fought with her mom and they're not getting along. It's one thing to be frustrated. It is another thing to go into a full-blown depression because you had an argument with your mom where your mom was acting like a damn fool.
Sick. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't been feeling good, so.
I
Call
don't
her
think
out.
you're sick. I
Nice.
think you're depressed.
Yes, call her out on it because even though it's tough, depression is tough, but at the same time, we all go through points of depression. We all deal with tough things. We all deal with anxieties in life. It's how you deal with it and how you move forward. This is why it's good to have healthy things you do, working out, eating right. These things help you, outlets, whatever it is, and not make it so it's insane when bad things happen in life and you're just down and out. But having it been this way because you had an argument with your mom because your mom won't give any ground and say, okay, I overreacted a little bit, is a little ridiculous. And it's good that her sister's there to kind of point that out because it's kind of crazy.
I know it's
Now the justification is fun.
points my mom that we're gonna, evolve our relationship
Okay,
without
you're
being
gonna-
married, but
Okay, that's great, but that's your relationship. Your mom doesn't have to be a part of everything in your relationship.
Get it? She has my best interest, and she doesn't want me to end up with some boy that's just.
I think she wants to be in control. I mean, it's one thing to have your best interest, but I think she just wants to be in control and tell you who is good and who is not. That's what I think. And because Scott didn't do everything the way that she sees fit, if you will, it's just she wants to be in control. It's that simple.
Trying to, get into my pants, but clearly, if Scott was trying to do that, he would have been long gone. And so
He has been there for a year and you got to cut him a break, but you're justifying this to the camera like why this happened. You're making all these rationalizations. Tell your mom you're being ridiculous and say, I'll wait for your call. If she's going to dig in her heels and not talk to her daughter because of the ridiculous reaction she had, then I hate to break it to you, you need to let her evolve or fix whatever the hell she's got going on because she's just going to be toxic any damn way. Of course, it doesn't exactly work out that way, and Scott kind of gives a little bit of ground. I get what he's doing, and you know what? Again, this goes to the protecting your woman, protecting the person you love. I get it, and he's trying to do the right thing and kind of mend fences, but at the same time, it's not going to change. The mom's going to always be the same person. In essence, what we have here is Scott wants to propose. He decides, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let all these things kind of get in the way anymore. It's time to propose. So he goes over there trying to mend fences and basically says, listen, I want y'all to mend these fences. I cannot see you fighting like this. And then proceeds to say, I'd like your blessing to marry your daughter. He is being the fixer, if you will. He's being the person that is trying to come in there and make sure they come back together. It shouldn't be his job. The mother should make sure that they can kind of mend this fence when it was her that kind of escalated the situation. Unfortunately, he is being the man in the situation and trying to protect his woman. He sees his woman as hurt, he sees her as needing some help, and he's trying to protect her. So, in that sense, he's being a man, but also it's not going to end. It's kicking it down the road, and unfortunately, things just don't seem to change. Now, listen to what she says in this clip.
In a few days, I will die happy because she's gonna be in good hands.
If she dies in a few days, she'll die happy.
No, seriously.
When now, since Sunny is getting married,
Yeah.
I will put all of my angers apart. That's it. No.
That's it. No more anger. Everything's good. Everything's good. No more anger. Except until the next thing happens she doesn't like. Because remember, a lot of what she feels supposedly stems on her religion. Scott, I haven't seen being Muslim, so I'm sure things are going to be a little different. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different things that kind of make her get mad in the future. So her anger might be gone on this thing. Maybe it's not going to last. She needs to get some help and deal with whatever she needs to deal with. So this cannot be a long-term kind of thing, or they're just going to keep dealing with it. She's always going to be in their house. What's going to change? Skyler and Sky, one of the creepiest, because it's another mother trying to have her daughter become what she wants her to be because she didn't make it in whatever industry. You know, with Gabrielle and Catherine, it was the pageants. With this, it's the music industry, trying to be a rapper, singer, twerker, whatever, professional stripper, exploiting your daughter. It's really bad. And unfortunately, again, your daughter does not have her own identity. And this becomes a problem. Of course, it's kind of coming to a head because they go to visit family, the daughters she abandoned, and her mom and aunt, and they don't mince words.
Oh, Deborah, now you know that I've always dressed like this. I know.
I bought some blessed oil and I bought some extra clothes in the car.
She bought some blessing oil and some extra clothes in the car. That's where we're at. You gotta love the family members that really call you out on your stuff because it's hilarious. You don't want to hear it. She's laughing, but she's nervously laughing. She's really pissed off. That's what it boils down to. Then they proceed to show their family members the music video that they're working on, which is more or less a stripper video. I mean, I don't know about the musical aspect of it, but okay, we're just gonna sit out there and twerk on cars and in front of mansions that we don't own. That's always fun.
And I think it's more her mother convincing her to do her.
Yeah, she absolutely is. Look at it.
You didn't tell me you were a pole dancer.
You didn't tell me you were pole dancing. She just called you out for basically getting on there and advocating your daughter being a stripper. Congratulations, you suck. Oh my God. This is what I love about family. They're like, they really call you out. Like, you don't like it sometimes, but your family will tell you how they really feel because they're always going to be your family. They will come in and tell you how they feel. You'll have a rift, but you'll come back together. It doesn't end. It doesn't stop, typically. I mean, don't get me wrong. People can hold grudges forever. I mean, some people are just like that. But for the most part, you're going to come back together. So they are still going to come and tell you what is really going on. And she straight up told you, I didn't know you were a pole dancer, and your daughter's up there dancing with you. What do you think you're advocating for your daughter? My God, here's a word, role model. Sky does not know what a role model is or how to be one. She wants the career that got away. That's it. And it's ridiculous. Grow up. Oh, she ain't happy.
I do want to become my own person.
Oh, this ain't gonna sit well. She just told her she wants to become her own person. Like, that seemed extremely hard to say, which is crazy in and of itself. Why is it so hard for a 19-year-old to tell their parent, I want to have my own identity? If you're a good parent, listen, every parent has flaws. Parents make mistakes. There is no perfect parent. And if you say you're a perfect parent, show me someone who says they're a perfect parent, I'll show you a liar. It's that simple. But simply, a parent should want their child to develop their own identity, not be exactly what they want them to be in some way. Now, guiding, helping along the way, absolutely. But making them into a mini-me mold of you need to do it like this, this, and this, and this, because this is what I want you to do like this, this, and this, it does not help them with their independence. And independence is important to learn the world, to come into your own, to be able to handle things as they come. And seemed like she was almost under duress trying to just get out the fact that she wants to be her own person, which is crazy. That you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't feel that way at all.
Anna, you've been doing the same things as I've been doing.
There's the
I
problem.
just always wonder what my life would have been like if I stayed in Mississippi.
You abandoned your kids, but you came back and said, I'll take Skyler, though, because she's 6. The other ones were teenagers. She didn't want them. She couldn't mold them. They were already in their own identity. So she took Skyler at 6, and now she's telling you, I just wondered how my life would have been if I had stayed there with her grandma. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't be twerking for dollars on the camera. I don't know if you're even making any money, but you wouldn't be acting out what your mom is doing, which makes you look like a stripper. Like, is this what you want for your life? I mean, come on. And yet she doesn't get it. But instead, she makes it about her, and guess what ends up happening? She's gonna run away. She's gonna run away. I probably should address the fact that they're in some weird salt cave with sand and stuff, because you're probably wondering, why are they indoors with sand and, I don't know, some sort of spot thing. Either way, it obviously didn't work to help become more peaceful, because guess what? Everything fell apart simply because your daughter said, I kind of want to be my own person. And you can't handle it. God, you can't handle the truth. God dang, man. Oh, it's gonna, I think next week is potentially the season finale, so we'll see what happens with that. It's gonna be insane. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell so you get notifications on new videos, and also put it out there. Share it. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. Once we get to 1,000, we're going to look at that live show weekly, and I am looking forward to that. Thanks again, and I will see y'all next time.